couple of messages on coronavirus. Firstly, Caravan is anyone that has friends, relatives, knows someone down in Brisbane, tell them don't come up here in Caravans. If you're listening, we have a small amount of resources in the health, in our hospitals, health centres up here that we deal with normally. We can't afford to take more, so don't escape the city or these other areas and come up here because we can't afford to take those extra people. Please don't do that. Stay at home. It's very irresponsible. Secondly, the point I'd like to make to the Premier, we've called on a shutdown of North Queensland and western areas of Queensland, non-essential travel. Make that happen straight away. Premier, we need you to act fast. We've got 0 cases out here and we've got a chance of maintaining that for a long period if we're allowed that ability. But when you've got things like swarms of caravans coming up every day, it's no good to us. And the third message is that with FIFO, particularly in Mount Isa, Cloncurry areas where there's a lot of angst about FIFO. The government's made the call on non-essential workforce that they can keep coming in. I'd rather stop FIFO altogether. I hate the incidence of FIFO, I hate it altogether, but they're allowing it, and so I said, well, as long as you're allowing it, you must have strict protocols. What are the government protocols? For 5 days I've been waiting for that. We came out with something, government made an announcement yesterday. It falls well short of the mark, and I'll keep working to tighten that right up as long as they keep leaving people in. It's not right, and we can nil afford to deal with this. So please be patient. I'm doing what I can to make the government listen. We're needing a shot off these things, and at the very least we need strict protocols. Everyone coming in that plane, not just Mount Isa, Emerald, other resources areas, has to be tested. Not just by the mines, everyone coming in. That's not a big thing to ask, and one of the mines has offered to pay for that already coming into Mount Isa. So that's not a big task. Another one, have everyone coming in. If you're allowing them in, one mode of transport. None of this driving in from everywhere, booking their own single flights. No, you come in one and everyone's checked. The last thing is, any self-quarantining of mine sites, don't you bring them into town. We're not taking them. You leave them back out on your mine site. Provided they're just about falling over dead, you deal with them on the mine site. If you're bringing them in, you deal with them. And if you're workers, you're coming out at your own risk, and you'll have to deal with that. That's our, the main principles that we need in return in terms of FIFO protocols, as long as they're still allowing it. And like I said, my preference would be not having that at all. And they're the main messages for now. On a good note, we've had many people putting their hands up to deal with the elderly and frail that are home and scared to reach out for help. Actually, that's one of the problems, is those people, we need those people to come forward that could do with some assistance at home. We've had hundreds of people offering to help, but you need to put your hand up. So if you know of someone in your street that might need some help, contact my office, and we'll put them in touch with those helpers that'll go out and assist those elderlies. We've had a few people come forward, but we know there's a lot more.